$1 million at the box office. But even before that, the title alone made it a huge viral sensation. Max loved it. So it's not surprising that there's already a cheesy knockoff in the works. It's going to be called Attack of the Meth Gator. It's being made by the Asylum.
Weird in Florida?
Yeah. They make cheap.
I would just skip the attack part and just call it Meth Gator,
Meth
right?
Gator's
Just like
even
Cocaine
better,
Bear.
yeah.
Just call it Meth Gator.
Yeah.
I hope they fight in the next movie.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, there
That'd
should
be
be
so
a
awesome.
universe where they fight.
Yeah.
I don't want you to give away any spoilers. I'm sorry, Mus. I don't want you to give away any spoilers, Max. But, cocaine doesn't last very long. Does the bear continue to get lots of cocaine?
Yeah, I think that's the bear gets the cocaine at the beginning, and basically the whole mission for the bear throughout the movie is just to get more cocaine.
Okay. Yeah, I've known people like
How
that.
far down the hole are we going to go? Are we going to get down to like NyQuil guinea pig?
Oh, man.
God, I hope so.
That'd be
Man, he
great.
just
But I
sleeps
did hear
all
they
day.
were going to do a cocaine shark. That was going to be the follow-up to Cocaine Bear.
I think that's just Greg Norman. On Full Swing, if you would have watched episode 5.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Great episode.
I mean, if they had an episode of Full Swing where Greg Norman is chalking up huge gorilla fingers worth of cocaine and just no exit row and then going about his day, I would watch
You'd watch
that.
Greg Norman do coke.
Hell yeah. Yeah, him and that massive schlong of
I
his.
think,
Yeah.
I, would
that's
too.
it.
I think I'd watch him do coke.
Well,
Right.
isn't there like one of the top golfers had to go to rehab for that?
The guy who just won yesterday, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then,
happens.
well,
It happens.
DJ had to
Yeah.
take time off for doing too much.
Was
Yeah.
it below?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
The old devil's dandruff.
Well, why didn't
Yeah.
they show that stuff in the documentary?
Because they it's too boring for that.
By the way, between Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota for quarterback, right? The docuseries that Patrick Mahomes' production company's putting together. There's no way they're going to make Mahomes look bad. It's his production company.
Right.
How do you think the public personas of Mariota and Cousins will change afterwards? Do you think they're both going to be more well-liked?
Yes,
I think so, too.
100%. I mean,
Kirk for sure.
if you
for sure.
if you already don't know about Mariota, like he's an unbelievable human being.
Oh, really?
I mean,
People love him.
Yeah. Like you're gonna walk away like really, really being a fan of his and be like, man, I just wish this guy could be a superstar because he's just such a nice, humble, kind, person or whatever. I don't think that. I mean, all three of them are going to look great. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes if this is his first venture in doing something like this for Netflix, he's not going to make any one of them look bad because in the future, why would anybody want? You wouldn't trust his production company to make you look good. So. I think
what player would agree to?
Yeah,
it,
what player's going to agree to
if
do
they weren't already,
Right.
somebody that they liked? Yeah.
So I think they're all going to come out looking unbelievable, and they've got three personalities. I mean, Patrick will obviously probably drive the thing just because of his on-field success and the team success. But people are going to love Kirk and they're going to love Marcus.
Which was the thing about that show about the high school quarterbacks on Netflix that was the exact opposite of that. They didn't do anything at all to make them look better. If they were being D-bags, they looked like D-bags. And, man, that show was tough to watch at times. Especially that
Was
kid.
that the Last Chance U? What was
Yeah,
that?
I know. The other one, QB1.
Yeah.
Oh, QB1. Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
Justin
Talking
Fields on it?
Yeah, but you're talking about Spencer Rattler, right?
Spencer Rattler, that one. Yeah, boy, oh boy, man, did he make himself. And you could have predicted what's happened to him in his college career by watching that show.
Yeah, he's been super humble.
Speaking of making predictions, let's do Fan 5 because Ben's got a cool little prediction angle.
Oh, hold on. Let me get to the right page then. Here you go.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, Builders and Remodelers.
Yeah, thank you.
Benjamin, the NFL Scouting Combine is right around the corner. And I think Green Bay is one of them, but there's now a handful of teams, multiple coaching staffs, according to ProFootballTalk.com, completely skipping the Combine. They just don't think it's worth their time anymore.
Ooh.
The league probably hates us, of course, because they've been trying to prop it up more and more and more as a TV viewing event. Sauce, you watch all of it,
I will
right?
watch it, yeah.
But the teams are starting to say, this is a waste of our time. These are not the kind of metrics that we necessarily need anyway. So who knows? I think that's going to be interesting to see if the NFL Combine has to change over the next couple of years or the NFL has to find a way to require teams to be there. I don't know what they're going to do. Who knows? But teams are losing interest in the Combine. But you said you read a super cool article in The Athletic, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned 45 minutes ago when I said Brock Purdy, you said that you had a connection to Brock Purdy, and then it ended up being this Athletic interview.
Yeah. Not a
fascinating.
personal connection, but this is a really fascinating article by The Athletic. And so apparently there's a new evaluation test. It's called the S2, and it's way different than like the Wonderlic. The Wonderlic for many years has been like this, the one test to test any player's intellect. I mean, anybody can take it, but it's like the one metric. They're like, oh, well, this guy's a brilliant person. Like that's gonna translate into football. Well, a lot of people say like, well, it doesn't really translate that much either. Like it's a basic cognitive test. So for specifically quarterbacks, they want to come up with a different test that would test processing speed and accuracy when it comes to decision making and how fast you can do it. So I guess these guys, they graduated from Vanderbilt. This company's based out of Nashville. It's called the S2 test, and it's a score out of, I think, like basically 0 out of 100. And they built an apparatus to test like how quickly you react to like touching this, like basically this trackpad. And so they can test up to 2 milliseconds of reaction time. So for perspective, the blink of an eye is between 100 and 200 milliseconds. So like this trackpad can register things at 2 milliseconds.
Wow.
So anyway, they're talking about Brock Purdy, and he tested on this S2 thing as high as like Drew Brees, like in the mid 90s. So teams are starting to look at like, okay, we see what you guys do in college, and we look at the numbers and we look at the metrics, all that other stuff. But we also want to know that is the number one thing about quarterbacking. They talk about processing speed. So why am I blanking on the quarterback's name that we drafted from Florida State? What's it?
Ponder.
Ponder, yeah.
So Spielman will come out and he'll publicly say, we missed on Ponder, right? We were enamored by his intellect. He has a photographic memory. He doesn't have to take a note and can regurgitate everything on a grease board as if he was taking impeccable notes, right?
Wow.
So they're like, this dude is brilliant. And he probably is brilliant, but it takes more than just being smart to play quarterback. And they found out in practice, his processing speed isn't very fast, right? He knows a lot of stuff. He could probably be a coach, but as far as execution, he struggled. So this test is doing the opposite. And I thought this was super fascinating. So they looked at 27 starting quarterbacks. 13 of those had a career passer rating above 90. Okay. And then everybody else, let me get this right. They were in the 91st percentile. Those with passer ratings below 90 had a much lower test result. Those 14 guys had an average score in the low 60s. Oof. So they may have stumbled across something with this testing that if you are looking at a quarterback, now, obviously, they got to have like good to probably moderate, good college stats.
Sure. Yeah, got to be able to play football.
But if they're in the 90s on this test, is a really good indicator that they can sit in the pocket, process things, and deliver the football accurately to where it needs to go without flinching, which is what quarterbacking needs to be. And I guess Mahomes tested off the charts. Breeze. Let's see who else was on there. We'll see Rodgers and Brady. They came afterwards, so they didn't actually take the test yet. They haven't taken the test. They probably won't take the test. Yeah. Josh Allen did, and then Joe Burrow, I guess, was in the 97th percentile.
Wow. No kidding.
And it's like, well, all these guys are legit superstars in the NFL. And Brock Purdy, came out of nowhere, but according to these guys on the test, they're like, we could have predicted this.
Wow.
So
that's really cool.
It's something maybe to look out for as the combine stuff goes through. To your point, the times that I've been at the combine, everybody hates the combine. All the administrators, all the teams, they're like, this is pointless. This is a waste of money. And there's more and more teams that are pulling out of the combine, and it'll be pretty soon where the combine is just gone.
Yeah, I read yesterday that article you were talking about, Corey, where a lot of coaches and owners don't want their coaches networking there, so they don't want them there as well.
Right.
And they don't, and they probably have a hard time paying for the bar bill at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
especially if Nordo goes. Yeah.
All right, headlines next. We go commercial free the rest of the way until 9. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
Therapy can help because adulting is hard. Care Counseling has expert therapists, same-week availability, and accepts all major Minnesota insurances. The decision to go to therapy can be very difficult, and Care Counseling wants to support you. Visit carecounseling.com today.
This month kind of flew by, but it's almost over, but there's still 2 days to call 952-0-RES and get to one of the best deals of the year, which is 3 rooms of carpet, 0 res clean for just $119. And this month, today and tomorrow, they'll also throw in a free hallway. So 3 rooms for $119 plus a free hallway at 952-0-RES. If you need an entire floor of your home, hit the reset button when it comes to carpet cleaning. 0-RES can do it. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 15,000 reviews. I've been using them for over a decade. I used them 2 weeks ago, did this exact same thing with my upstairs. Now my upstairs looks spotless. It looks like it's brand new. It looks like the day we moved in. 0resminnesota.com, 0resminnesota.com or 952-0-RES. All you got to do to get this deal on carpet cleaning is mention KFAN or ask for the KFAN special. This is for your home, your cabin, your work. What do you need cleaned? 0-RES can do it. They're going to do it the right way with their patented ZR water. It's 952-0-RES. Mention KFAN.
It's 2023. Is your internet ready? Make a resolution to upgrade your home with Verizon Home Internet. Start off the new year strong with plans starting at just $25 a month. $25 a month. The price is the price, guaranteed for 2 years. So leave surprise price hikes and hidden fees behind and bring home the internet you really want. Because this year is all about fast, reliable internet from Verizon with no annual contracts or data caps. There's never been a better time to ditch cable and switch to Verizon Home Internet. Starting at $25 a month with autopay and select 5G mobile plans. Availability varies. Plans start at $25 a month when combined with existing select 5G mobile plans. Fios requires mobile and home discount enrollment. $99 Fios setup charge may apply. Autopay and paper-free billing required. 2-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate. Excludes any other charges, discounts, or promos, including the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program and the Verizon Forward Program. Visit Verizon.com/home to learn more.
Ben Lieber here, urging you to escape the everyday with the Mystic Lake Getaway. It's slots, blackjack, bingo, pull tabs. It's nonstop 24/7 action on one of the largest gaming floors east of Vegas. Plus, you can enter drawings for your chance to win thousands in prizes. See all the stars shining bright in the Mystic showroom and rock out to the free live music on the casino floor. From fine dining to fast snacks, distinctive bars and restaurants have all your cravings covered. And then at the end of the day, relax with a luxurious hotel stay. Follow the lights to 24/7 fun. Book your getaway now at mysticlake.com. That's mysticlake.com.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey, and I'm here to tell you, Jefferson Lines is your #1 bus experience in Minnesota and the official bus of iHeartRadio. They're here to get you where you need to go with daily schedules to thousands of destinations all across the country. And when you ride with Jefferson Lines, you're going to experience the convenient, comfortable travels that make them Minnesota's best transportation company of 2021 and 2022. You could book travel today from Duluth to the Twin Cities for as low as $25. Book online with the official bus of iHeartRadio at jeffersonlines.com.
Soar to new heights with Collins Aerospace. Collins is now hiring machinists. Receive competitive pay, benefits, an employee scholar program, and a $3,000 sign-up bonus. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
True or false, Nate, your online dating profile is totally honest.
True.
But you're not a hedge fund manager, you're a hedge trimmer. So go with the dating service you can trust people. Visit It's Just Lunch, TwinCities.com or call 612-355-2727.
Do you snore or need caffeine in the morning? Visit mygymsleep.com today and get started on a better night's sleep and better life. It's quick, easy, and convenient from your home and online. mygymsleep.com. Again, that's mygymsleep.com. And take life back for you and your partner with a good night's sleep.
For great customer service, visit us at Shane Company. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hey, final segment starts now. A little trampled by turtles. Doing a little Radiohead.
Fake Chinese rubber plant in a fake plant.
God,
One of the best songs of all time, and Dave Simonette just nailed it.
Nails it. Love it.
Love these guys.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the rest of the band very well, but Dave's super, super nice. I don't think he would hang out with a-holes, you know?
No.
Does it seem like Dave Simonette runs with a bunch of jerks? I don't think so. My guess is the rest of the Turtles are super nice.
I would say they probably are. I'm with you.
Do they call themselves the Turtles? Do they call themselves Trampled? What do they call themselves?
That's a great question, and I just don't know.
I don't know either.
Just don't know. I haven't talked to Dave in a while. I know I think they're playing your place pretty soon.
Yeah, they are.
TI.
Yeah, right.
This song's so good.
It wears around.
Good tune, Ben. Well done.
Good tunes.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I think they're playing Red Rocks too.
Yes, they are.
Almost every year.
They do
I
every
go there
year.
a lot.
They do every year.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
I would like
You're
to.
capable of selling out Red Rocks.
I'd like to.
Do it.
Yeah.
She lives with a brother.
Yeah. The Chinese have done it again. I should actually preface what I'm saying when I say that, huh?
Yeah.
A university in China has invented a unique kissing device, which has caused a buzz among Chinese social media users who have reacted with both intrigue and shock. According to CNN, the invention has been patented by some Metatronic technology company. Devices being advertised as a way to let long-distance couples share real physical intimacy.
So wait, you make out with the robot face and then somehow it reacts to whatever your partner's face is doing?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wow.
According to the
Is
outlet...
this that thing that's it looks like a flashlight, but it's not?
No,
that's
I got one of those in my backpack if you want to see it.
Must just showed his true colors.
Yeah, that,
What?
yeah.
I don't think Kathy's on the other end of that one.
Yeah.
Must.
And how
They
do you
just
bring that?
they just put a face on the end of that thing? Is that what they did?
Why do you bring that to
you're
work?
supposed to use it a different way? Oh.
Dad, your flashlight doesn't work.
Yeah, don't touch that.
And it stings.
Yucky.
According to the outlet, the unique kissing device with silicone lips. Oh my God! Come on.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Is equipped with pressure sensors and actuators. It is said to be able to mimic a real kiss by replicating the pressure, movement, and temperature of the other user's lips. Apart from the kissing motion, the device can also transmit the sound the user makes. Oh,
Gross.
God.
Man, you should order one.
I'm gonna. To use the device, the users have to simply download a mobile app and plug the device into the phone's charging port. After pairing the device with the partner on the app, they can then start a video call and transmit replicas of their kisses to each other.
You know how much money celebrities are going to make being a part of this? I mean, seriously, you can make
Dude,
out
that is
with
a
Heidi
great
Klum.
point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
bonus.
but the flaw in your
You're not
system
bonus.
What's his
though,
name?
is that's
I called
Musk.
him bonus.
The flaw in your system is I can't get Carrie Russell to react to me. I'm just going to be making out with a Carrie Russell robot doll.
I
And
don't
you're
think he's-
saying it like you don't want to.
Yeah, but
we can tell you want to.
I don't think he's talking about the Carrie Russells of the world, but Scott Baio might kiss me back. You know what I mean?
Chachi?
Yeah, well, for $50.
Kiss
Things aren't
cameo.
great.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor
kiss
guy.
cameo.
Is
That's
this
right.
like the new OnlyFans?
I think
Yes.
so.
Oh,
Man, and you know, I'm going to have to get 7 or 8 of them because I'm going to ruin them.
oh yeah. You'll never kiss one if you know what I mean.
What if you pair with the wrong one?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Or dies in the middle of making out?
yeah.
Man.
Or what if the person on the other side isn't using their mouth?
Yeah.
And what does it say about you if you can't tell?
Right. Correct.
This chick kisses like crap.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness,
Literally.
if they can do this for mouths
Of course.
that kiss,
Of course.
you know what else they can do.
Of
course. Yeah.
Yep.
And trust me, they started with that. This is just
Yeah,
what they're releasing to the
Yeah,
public
right,
first.
They're just preparing their bank accounts for the money that's going to come in.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
All right. That's my headline, buddy boy.
Time now for headlines presented by Paul Bunyan Plumbing and Drain.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul Bunyan.
According to the latest Gen Z trend, that group likes old school crossword puzzles.
That's not what I thought you were
Gen
gonna say.
Z getting into crossword puzzles.
I didn't either.
I can see that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Wordle became a big deal.
You know,
That's true.
Everything, you know, it's what's the
Reciprocal?
Cyclical.
Cyclical. Oh,
Reciprocal.
reciprocal. Yeah, yeah.
Reciprocal.
Yeah,
What does
right.
reciprocal mean?
You tell me.
It doesn't
Does
matter. Just stand by
mean,
it.
Like, yeah, I just stand by it.
You tell me.
I think
where I put my
reciprocal
cans.
would be like
Give me an example.
Like if we went out to, let's say, Cane's, and then we went out again, and I bought because you bought before. Isn't that being reciprocal?
You would reciprocate, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. You got it. All right, good. All right, good.
It's so saucy.
I guess the new thing is kids are playing online chess now.
What?
I love
That's-
chess,
it's
man.
huge now.
It's a
blown
huge
up.
thing now.
Anybody
it's
here
like blown
play
up. All the
chess?
kids are playing chess.
Anybody here play chess?
I play chess.
You do?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I like it.
Perfect. I do too. Yeah.
Challenge accepted. Again, my dad's almost 85, and I've played chess with him a billion times. I've never beaten him. And I told him about a decade ago, I'm going to wait until I know you're running out of time and take advantage.
He's
And
that good?
I think, no, I just think he's way smarter than me. But I think now this is the window. Because I'm 42, he's almost 85. This is the window.
Yeah, but you're going downhill quick, buddy.
Yeah,
You really are. I mean,
Yeah, but not faster than him.
You don't even
I know.
remember. You don't even
In the
remember
last-
your
in the-
wife's name.
In the last calendar year, he asked me to save seats for people on an airplane. And I had to explain to him that's what buying a ticket is.
Was he also smoking a lung dart while he was doing it?
Yeah. Was he also making out with a weird apparatus?
No, I don't think he hasn't smoked a cigarette in like 45
Oh,
years.
good for him.
Yeah, man.
And again, I think I've said this on the show before. Do you know why? Do you know the story? Do you know why he quit? This is the best thing this is the best way to quit anything. Muss.
What are you looking at me for?
Yeah, Muss.
He made a bet.
What things?
He made a bet?
He made a bet. Yeah, made a bet with a coworker. My dad stopped, never smoked again. I think the other guy died of lung cancer.
Oh.
Wait, so did he pay up though?
Don't know if that's true, but the other guy never stopped smoking though.
Wow. Man, smoking is fun, though.
Cool. Hey, speaking of fires, more than 1 million candles sold at Walmart are being recalled because they may pose a risk of... More than 1 million candles that have been sold at Walmart are being recalled because they may pose a risk of...
Exploding.
It has to be fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. That they do probably explode.
But
yeah, right.
Have you ever seen the bit on, I think it's Instagram, and it's like the whole thing about what people think happens when you leave a candle lit at your house and it gets legs and just dips itself over onto the ground and the whole place starts on fire?
Yeah.
Like everybody's
That's
always like,
so
oh
true,
no.
though.
You're like, it's on a table. It's fine. It's not.
No, I'll tell you, man. You I know you're right, but
Yeah, of
blow out
course.
those candles because I have a very good friend whose house literally burnt to the ground because of that. They left a candle burning and it got too
Like next to the drapes or something? or what?
it was next to some papers on a desk.
Yeah.
And when it got too low, it tipped over and bam.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It was
man.
Andre Risen's house.
It was not.
Oh, man.
I don't know Andre very well.
That's sad.
Was it Left Eye?
Yeah, that was a very dated joke.
Yeah, very dated.
But nobody's going to make fun of you for it.
I'm making fun of myself. Self-deprecation. It's like reciprocation, but a different word.
And yeah.
On-air production meeting. What's your name back there? Zach?
Yeah.
Would you make an open for What Really Matters that says cultivated CBD brings you what really matters? Thank you. We're supposed to be playing that now. I always forget. Thank you.
The FBI wants to know why discarded ATM machines keep showing up along a creek in Northeast D.C. At least 20 ATM machines have been found along the side of the creek.
Oh, that's an odd thing.
So do you remember we did that story that all those feet
Yeah.
were washing up in Canada, right?
That
so
makes
then there
way
was
more sense.
serial killer stuff. There was somebody got to the bottom of it, I think, about what was happening. Either way, ATM machines.
Yeah.
Do you think this is just a guess?
Can't wait to hear what this is.
Oh, okay. You make it seem like everything I say is stupid and not
Whatever you
thought
say,
out.
dude,
I've
stand
known
by
you
it.
for 15 years.
You know what? Never mind.
I've known you almost as long as Rosie has known my wife.
Yeah, Banji.
it.
Do you think that these ATMs are washing up on shore because people steal them, can't break them open, and then have nothing to do with them, so they throw them in a lake or a pond?
Can I ask you a question, though?
God, no.
If you threw an ATM into a lake or a pond,
Would it sink? Yes.
would it float to the side of the creek?
I don't know.
Or would it sink to the bottom?
I'm sure it would sink, but like, you never know with like the undercurrent and all that, and
Yeah, sure, with the
mermans
undercurrent.
and mermaids.
No, that's the problem.
Let's say what Hawk just said. Sauce, regardless of the logic that you just threw out there, stand by it.
That's all, buddy.
Stand by it.
Okay, well then, that idea was dumb. Why is this happening? Does
We don't
anyone
know.
have like
No.
I know we don't know, but does anybody have any
And it just said
clue?
they're showing up along a creek. It didn't say floating to the side. So
Right.
somebody may just be dropping.
Yeah, they're
them
just
there.
dumping them.
They're just dumping them.
Yeah,
man.
maybe they're dumping them because they can't get them open.
Are there
hold
any
on.
mermaids and mermans in creeks?
I don't know. You got to ask
So
Randy.
you really think that they
Why not?
steal them? They go through the process of stealing an ATM, which has got to be really, really difficult
Yeah.
And risky.
and risky. They just give up trying to get the money inside.
And Paul, they've done this and given up 20
20
different
times.
times.
Hey,
I love
They
that
haven't
idea.
learned their lesson the first 19. Like, no, can't get this 20th one open.
And I'm
either.
just gonna go
leave it by the creek.
I'm gonna go dump them where I've dumped the other 19.
I'm not spread it out.
Damn it, Larry!
Hey.
You stole another. Every time you get drunk, you steal an ATM
there's a
machine.
lot of Lamberts out there who quit.
Paul, what if, let's go with your floating theory. What if you throw it in the lake and it floats up to the top and then it goes to the side of the creek once? Wouldn't you say we can't let it float 19 more times? These things got to sink. We got all the money out. Let's throw them somewhere where they're not going to float to the top and then go to the side of the creek.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
really
with you.
think
I'm,
any of
I'm,
it out.
Stand by
I'm
it.
confused
Yeah,
by
I'm
it. Just
standing
stand
by
by
it.
it,
I'm
though, buddy.
standing
Please.
by it.
Thank you. You stand by in it.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so stupid.
Today is
No, you are not.
International Polar Bear Day, so enjoy it because there's probably only a couple of left.
They're mean, right?
Super
Well,
mean.
They are
if they're
mean, yeah.
hungry, yeah. They
Give them some cocaine.
damn bear,
Oh,
man. He's a damn bear.
Sauce, you
Game
never
over,
went to
man.
you
Game
never went to
over.
Disneyland as a kid, right?
No.
Or Disney World. Your parents did a terrible job of showing you the world, correct?
No.
Yeah, such lack of love is what it was.
42% of adults claim that they never went on a vacation as a kid. Not just to Disney World, they just never went on a vacation.
Yeah.
But now those adults have a list. Here's their top 10 places they would have wanted to go or now want to go as adults that have money and
Oh, I'm glad you're bringing
discretionary
this up.
income. Number 1, Michael J. Mussman.
Please don't tell me.
Casino hopping in Las Vegas. 46%.
Really?
That's
That is their
number
number
one?
one spot.
Let's go.
The best-
Casino
Well, you
hopping
can't
in
be-
Vegas.
You can't be pissed at your parents because, Dad didn't take me to the slots.
No, but now that they have the
My
freedom,
dad
that's
did.
where they're going.
Yeah, my dad
Slots
did.
or sluts?
both.
Okay.
Number 2, I've never done touring the
Two
White
different
House
stores.
and other monuments in Washington, D.C.
No, I've been to D.C., never been to any of the mines.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Got to do it at least one time.
I like it.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Grand Canyon, specifically in Arizona.
Yeah, I've been there. Boring.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's boring.
What? It's
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it?
Number 4,
It's fine.
I've done
When you
Mount
go to the
Rushmore.
rim.
Mount Rushmore in South Dakota.
Yeah.
It is a little underwhelming.
yeah,
My
but-
kids still claim that that's their favorite trip we've ever had.
Well, the trip itself is fun.
Yeah.
I think
Hill's cool.
I think going to see the
Rushmore's-
monuments
yeah.
is like, oh, there it is.
There's a lot of wildlife.
But Mount Rushmore, you think you're going to just be in awe of it for 6 hours. It's about 6 minutes. You're going, all right, I get it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just
That's
wait till somebody backs away from the goggle thing that you can put money in.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, cool, let's go.
Yeah, you instantly become a plaque reader.
Yeah,
You're just like,
yes.
I guess I'll spend some time learning how they did this.
Number 5 is Disney World in Florida. Tough break for Sauce.
Yeah,
it's spectacular. You should take Mel there. Mel would love it.
Yes.
Oh, Mel sauce.
Take Mel. and me.
Mel has been a lot. Yeah.
Number 6, visiting a volcano in Hawaii.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Hawaii is incredible, man.
I'd rather do
It's-
that than
Hawaii
Disney.
is
I put
beautiful.
Disney World at the bottom of this list.
Super expensive, but it's super,
Number
super fun.
7 is Times Square in New York. It's super cliche, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
pretty
it's
sweet.
all
It's a
right.
tourist
You
trap,
feel
but
like-
it's spectacular.
You feel like
all
you're in a movie.
Yeah,
That's
it's
exactly what I was going to say.
Center of the universe, right?
Yeah.
You feel like the world is watching you when you walk through Times Square. Number 8, Chris, you've done this, right? Explore the Greek islands.
I have, yeah, man.
Oh, that's
Is that where you almost got
Coolest ever.
lost, Hogs?
That was in Athens. Be careful if you ever go to Athens. You got to go to Athens to go to the Greek islands. But the Greek islands are unbelievable, man. I've said this before, Ben, but we went to this island called Hydra, Hydra. No motorized vehicles allowed of any kind on the entire island. It's the quietest thing I've ever. I mean, you just hear nature, man. It's the craziest thing not to hear a motor of any kind anywhere. It's just beautiful.
Number 9 is the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt.
Which, from what I
That was
read,
sweet.
from what I read, is surrounded by a city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those
yeah.
pictures. Yeah.
It's like right across the street is like a McDonald's.
It seems to me, though, that's one of those where you're like, okay, there it is.
Maybe.
No, that
All right,
would be
let's take
sweet.
Let's take a picture, and then
That would be
You
sweet.
can walk like right up to the things, right?
You
think
can't.
so.
Yeah, but didn't we do a story like somebody was in trouble because they like
That was
climbed
in
them?
Mexico, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they weren't allowed
okay.
to do it, and they climbed all the way up the side.
like in Tulum.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tulum's incredible.
I've
Love
heard
that place.
so gorgeous.
Number 10 is swimming with the pigs in the Bahamas.
Man, you just got to find a pool that Nordo and I are in.
Okay. Ben, you got about 6 minutes before you got to go, and we don't have any more commercials the rest of the way. So do you want to introduce your buddy over here?
Yeah. Josh Parks is here again from Ghostfit, and he's got a little something for you guys for the Power Trippers.
Hi, Josh.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So now, hang on.
Yeah.
Before we get anything on the air about Ghostfit, Josh, do you know why you and I are going to be friends forever? Have you been told?
I do.
Where did you graduate high school?
Chisago Lakes.
Chisago Lakes!
Really?
Just a couple of
So
Chisago
somebody
grads, no
successful
big
did
deal.
graduate from there.
A couple? We've had a couple.
You actually compared me to Percy Harvin back when I was in high school. I remember that.
I believe that because one of my best friends on the planet, John Piper, was a defensive coach at the time, but he
D-back
obviously
coach.
he was like, this kid's legit. Josh Parks is legit. Then you ended up going to the Gophers. So I knew about you before you were at the U. Big time, man.
Percy Harvin.
That was a man back
Dude,
then,
that's
too.
a legit comp.
Well,
I was kind of sad, though. I wanted
do it
Adrian
all.
Peterson. He was my idol growing up, but I think Percy, that's fine as well.
do you ever go back to Chisago?
A little bit. We do some screen printing back there. We still give back to the local companies.
Oh, right on, man.
But that's the only time.
It is cool. Yeah, my dad still lives up there. Did you go to the Lindstrom Dairy Queen 16 times a week?
Yeah, well, all my friends worked there, so you kind of had to after
Kind of
school.
had to. There was
Yeah,
nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, growing up in a small town, man. So anyway, Josh, so you went to the U, and now you are starting your own company.
Yeah, so I started Ghostfit back in 2017. It was really a bet by my girlfriend. She's like, why don't you start this apparel brand? At the time, I wanted to become an influencer. So I was working out, and a company sent me some clothes, and they made me pay for it. And they said that they were going to post me everywhere. And the product was horrible. I'm not going to mention the company because they're still running. And my girlfriend's like, just make your own brand. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I started researching, spent $800, got our first products, and here we are now, 5.5 years later.
Cool. Yeah. And the coolest part about it is like, so I've loved his products that he's put out. And I was wearing one of his hoodies, a couple weeks ago, whatever. And Corey, you love hoodies. You're always in a black hoodie.
Yeah.
And you commented even on just my plain black hoodie. You're like, what is that?
Well, people, when I wear Puma all the time, they're like, well, you must love Puma. And I'm like, well, honestly, I just like the fit and I like black.
Yeah.
I would wear Puma black sweatshirts if it had 0 on it. So when you walked in with the Ghostfit, it was just a black hooded sweatshirt, but it looked sick. I'm like, I want one of those. And you're like, I know the guy who makes this.
I know the guy.
And then you said the name, and I go, I know that name.
And here he is with a gift for you and Sauce and Hawk.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Let's have
badass,
it.
man.
What is it?
Dun, dun, dun.
So we have the new Prime Hoodie 2023 version Ghostfit. I'm super excited. Actually, Hawk, I'm pretty sure I customized yours. No one else won the customization, but yours looks awesome.
Thank you.
Obviously, the rest of them looks great as well. So I appreciate you guys letting me do this.
Well, thanks,
Awesome,
dude.
man.
No,
Thanks, dude.
Ben
We appreciate
swears
it.
by your sweatshirts already because he's obviously had one and worn them. But
So we have two in
I'm
each.
pumped. Right on, man.
That one's Hawk's.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. All right, man.
That does look badass. It
Thanks,
says
dude.
the Power Trip on it.
Look at that.
That's super cool.
No
You got it,
shrinking,
thanks.
no fading.
Yeah, I was super.
Oh, dude, I'm wearing this when I lose at the poker tables for sure.
So every day.
Almost all the time.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
That's cool. This is the nicest
Man.
branded thing I've ever had.
See,
This is
who
the Power
says
Trip
that Chisago is just a bunch of failures?
well,
Josh
you
is
all the
doing
time.
well. Okay, but Josh is doing something good.
one. That's very cool.
Oh, those
Thanks,
are
man.
Yeah, man, these are sweet.
Yeah.
These are super sweet. This is a spring feel right here
100%.
because they're not super heavy.
I sweat a lot. Thanks, man. Cool. Thanks, dude.
You'll be on the pontoon, the summertime afterward.
Oh yeah, this will be on the pontoon when I launch it for the first time, and it's like you just itching to get out there. And It's
Right.
probably 50 degrees maybe.
You're not going in the water, no.
Yeah, you're not going in the water. You just
Right.
want to warm up the motor and get everything. Get all the rust off.
Honey, I just want to make sure everything's running. That's why I'm going by myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it for a spin.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Where have you been?
Josh, how'd you come up with the name? What's the name mean?
So my brother actually came up with it. So I believe I was in 10th grade, and I was playing football in high school, and he's like, you would run through the middle. I thought you'd get tackled. You'd come out of the other side. He's like, you remind me of a ghost. So it was funny, actually. So after that, everyone started calling me Ghost. When I was a freshman in college, people would introduce me as a ghost. So a lot of my friends right away didn't even know that my name was Josh until I told them that my name isn't actually Ghost, it's Josh.
Got it.
That's
Wait,
pretty
so
cool.
did you overlap
Ghost
with
is
Tommy Olsen?
Yeah, so I played with Tommy for a year.
For a year.
year,
So
yeah.
he was blocking for you temporarily.
Well, I was on
Kind of.
scout team,
But still.
essentially, yes.
Interesting. So was that Brewster or Kill?
That was Kill.
You had Kill.
Kill,
So
correct.
Kill recruited you?
Kill recruited me, and then actually the year that I transferred to St. Thomas, that's when he left.
Okay.
He couldn't live without you.
Couldn't live without
Yeah,
you.
so he's like, I'm out
like
of
a
here.
ghost.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good
cool.
luck, Josh, man.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
a super
man.
cool
Super
story.
cool, man. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it,
Ghostfitapparel.com.
guys.
Ghostfitapparel.com.
Yeah, I gotta run, guys.
All right,
Goodbye,
Ben.
Love you.
Ben.
Bye,
See
Ben. I will see you guys next Monday. I will
Yes,
see
you
you
will.
Thursday. You guys have a good show this weekend.
Love you.
On Treasure Island.
Thank you,
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks, dude.
Hey, Mus,
Yes, sir.
how old are you?
I am 50.
Okay. All right. Then this is probably not you.
50.
Chaska police say a 43-year-old man was extremely drunk when he fell asleep at the wheel of his vehicle in an Arby's drive-thru.
I clearly don't live in Chester.
That's listen.
What do you mean clearly?
Yeah, sorry.
What does that mean?
Authorities say
visit.
he will be criminally charged about 1 p.m. I'm going to say it again, not 1 a.m., about 1 p.m. on Friday. Officers responded to the drive-thru of an Arby's to report an unresponsive driver. The man had fallen asleep after ordering his curly fries.
Man.
That's so sad.
I know. He didn't get the curly
are
fries.
awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Luckily, an observant patron noticed this and was able to open the driver's door and shift the vehicle into park, likely preventing damage to property and injury to others. The man was too drunk to perform the standardized field sobriety tests. Police
Did they take a curly fry and then run it right by his eyes just to see if his eyes were bouncing?
I don't know, but
You
I'll
know when
tell
they
you
do
this.
that finger thing? Yeah.
Yeah, just to tempt him. And again, Sauce, it feels like I'm picking on you today. I don't know what it is.
He doesn't do that normally.
No, that's fine.
Look, I eat like a 4-year-old, and that's offensive to 4-year-olds, but maybe your worst food take is that you hate the Arby's curly
I
fries.
hate curly fries. They're disgusting.
I just don't understand
curly
it.
fries?
Any curly fries are gross.
So
yeah.
just the shape. You have a problem
Well,
with the curl.
I don't like the it's not. I don't know how to describe this, but like everyone, like the Maynard's and what's the place by it's the same Malone's waffle fries are incredible.
Best thing I've ever tasted.
The potato they use. The style or whatever the potato is they use for curly fries.
It's the same potato.
No, it's a different potato.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't like.
Thank you, Zach. Potato head off the top row back there.
It's different. But yeah, you're right, Zacho. It is.
Yeah.
Like
I think
when
they're
you get
using the
waffle
same
fries
potatoes.
and they're like the same style as the curly fries, they're not as good as regular waffle fries.
Is it how they spice it? Is that what it
No,
really is? for
I
you?
just I'm
It's
not
the
a
shape of curls. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That's why he shaves himself downstairs.
Yeah, right.
Is that why you hate me?
Oh, now we know.
Not this
Not
this
this month.
month.
There's only a day and a half left, Paul.
Damn
Come on,
it.
man.
The man later admitted to
Yes.
drinking Boone's Farm.
Oh, jeez.
Come
Wow,
on
he's
now.
living his best life.
Yeah.
Little Boone's Farm and then going to
Arby's
hit some
curly
Arby's.
fries. I know. The police said becoming extremely drunk and then driving to get curly fries is an incredibly selfish decision. And I would agree.
Well, yeah, if you're not going to get fries to share with the rest of us.
Yeah, you could just have them bring it to you, man. Right? What's that app called? Uber Eats?
DoorDash or
DoorDash. Come on now.
yeah, any of it.
This weekend at the Caboose in Minneapolis, I went down to the Battle of the Jug Bands and was very disappointed that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, brilliant.
I mean, I was in line for that too.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, Mus, it's not what you think. Go on home.
I bought the artist experience.
Genius.
Brilliant. Corey, were you done? Did you have more?
Oh, yeah, I got more.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My apologies. I
No,
thought
we
you
got
were
plenty.
done.
We
Go
can go back and forth. How about one of the weirdest twists of all time? Lady
Careful.
Gaga is being sued by the dog thief accomplice who returned her 2 French bulldogs because the gal is claiming she never received the $500,000 no questions asked reward.
Are you kidding me?
No.
So she's the one that did it?
She was a part of it.
But she wants the reward?
Because it was $500,000, no questions asked. It was, if my dogs come back, I'm not going to ask any questions, $500,000. So one of the gals that was a part of it says, that sounds like a good deal. Gave the dogs back, and now is suing Lady Gaga saying, it doesn't matter if I did it or not. You said $500K, no questions asked.
Didn't they kill the dog walker?
No, they shot him.
But he didn't die?
He didn't
No,
die.
I don't think he died.
No.
You still get in trouble for that, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think the police are going to go sight unseen and not ask any questions.
Weird. What a weird thing.
That's a weird one.
But, man, I bet the right lawyer could probably get some money.
Maybe.
Or you just settle so you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, right.
Mus, are you a fan of Kiss?
Yeah.
You like Kiss, okay, Hawk?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, baby.
It was the worst, though, because I have 2 older brothers, and so I always had to be the drummer. So we put the makeup on. I'd have to be the cat.
The kitty cat, but you got to sing Beth.
This is true.
How often did you and your brothers put on makeup, and then when your parents walked in, you said, "Wow, we're pretending to be Kiss.
Yes.
We're in a band."
And we have to kiss when we pretend
Corey,
to
you
be
ask a lot of questions.
Gene Simmons from Kiss,
The one with such a great bit,
is going to Abbey Road Studio in England, and he's inviting fans to join him. Chris, I want to ask you specifically this because you play in bands. You've done that your entire life. You can spend the day with Gene Simmons and record a Kiss song with him for $5,995. You can bring one guest with you, but let's just round up to make the math easy. $6,000, one day, one song with Kiss. My guess is you would not spend $6,000 to do that, correct?
I would definitely do that.
Oh, you would?
I think I'd be in on that,
I was
too,
going to
yeah.
ask how much you would pay.
No, I would definitely. I don't know why he went with $59.95. I think that's interesting. But the key there isn't just that you're recording with Gene. It's that you're recording at Abbey Road.
And you get to take videos and photos with him, and he'll sign 2 of your personal items.
Right. It'll a ton
Abbey
of people.
Road.
We've
buy it.
actually checked into recording there just to go there and just to record at Abbey Road. I mean, the studios, the break room, just to have that experience going there, that's $6,000 well spent, especially for a guy who spends that at a casino.
Sure.
No big deal. Yeah. But no, I would absolutely do that. In fact, I would be more likely to do it if Gene Simmons wasn't involved, to be honest with you.
Well, so that's and
I'm not a shot at him,
right,
but honestly.
exactly. I'm
He
not trying
seems
to be
like such a...
And I don't want to record a Kiss song. I want to record one of my own. You know?
And that's kind of my point is if like I've walked through that one of the malls in Vegas and seen Pete Rose standing there ready to sign autographs.
Yeah,
at the Las
and
Vegas
nobody's
thing,
in line.
yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, that's Pete Rose, one of the greatest baseball players of all time.
Of all time.
Charlie Hustle.
I wouldn't pay $20 for his autograph, and he's sitting right in front of me. So I thought about this with myself because I thought you would say you would do it, but you wouldn't pay $6. I'm a little surprised you'd pay $6. I wouldn't pay $100. I really wouldn't.
Why?
I'd rather, to Chris's point though, I would rather just, if I'm in England, I would just go to an Abbey Road tour and see the studio quickly.
Yeah.
I would never pay to sing a song with Gene Simmons from Kiss. I don't really like Kiss.
Right.
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay $100, let alone $6,000.
What if it was your band?
That's the whole point. Is if it was 311 singing at Abbey Road, I would pay $6,000 to sing a song with
Same.
311.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay $100 for Kiss.
Yeah, if Dave was doing the same thing, I would do
Sure.
the same. Just to meet him, that would, and meet all of them, that would be half of it.
But if you're a diehard Kiss fan, it's just one day, so I don't know how many packages he's selling, right? Because if it's one song for $6,000, how many songs can you sing in a day?
And it's not even Paul Stanley.
What a
Gene
brilliant
Simmons.
idea on his part, though, because I don't know how much it would cost to rent the studio for a day. But man, you could make some serious money doing that if you got people in and out in like 2 hours.
And they would too.
But he doesn't need money though. Why
Did
do
you
you
watch
watch stuff like this?
Did you watch his show?
I never did.
Really?
I never watched the show. I
did.
can't believe I didn't.
Yeah, no, it was disgusting because he'll sell a Kiss toilet seat.
Oh, it's not a joke. They sell everything.
No,
Yeah.
that's our guy Craig Gass has the bit about you can go on a Kiss cruise. And if the boat goes down, you can ride by them and still take pictures with them, but it's $29.95. Yeah, the whole bit he does is super funny.
Bit, man. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, so Hawk, you've referenced this a couple of times, but Dilbert had a bad week. Its creator, Scott Adams, just kind of basically went off the rails. On his YouTube show last week, Scott Adams brought up a poll that asked people if they agreed with the statement, quote, "It's okay to be white." And in that poll, 26% of black people disagreed, and others weren't sure. So he said, quote, "If nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, then that's a hate group, and I don't want to have anything to do with them." He also said he would no longer help black Americans, and he added, quote, "Based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people."
Jesus.
He even admitted that he himself had moved to distance himself from black people. Now, here's maybe my favorite part of the whole thing, somehow making it our fault. He said on Saturday, well, by Monday, I should be mostly canceled. So most of my income will be gone by next week. My reputation for the rest of my life is destroyed. You can't come back from this.
No, you can't.
Well, at least he recognizes it, right?
Well, he's basically saying, I guess everything I've done with Dilbert, guess let's just throw it all away just because I don't like black people.
Well, how about him saying, I'm not going to help black people anymore? What the hell was the creator of Dilbert doing to help brothers out?
Right.
Everybody knows the guy that made Dilbert right after Martin Luther King, man, in the power rankings.
Well, Max, in fairness, those comics were black and white.
Good point.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
Good
not this
point.
month, Corey.
What is he thinking, man?
I mean, Max, during February, again, can he wait to hate blacks until March 1st?
He would have been perfectly fine hating brothers on Thursday. He could have his racism scrambled his brain.
He had to get it out. He couldn't wait.
Man, somehow you won the lottery and you draw things and make unfunny comics for a living.
The most unfunny comic ever.
It's terrible.
Dilbert's had
Most
its moments.
comics are terrible.
Dilbert had its moments.
Really?
I haven't listened to it. I haven't read it in 20 years, but in the 90s, they had some bangers. But
He was crushing in the 90s. Yeah.
Dilbert had some moments.
It was Dilbert and Far Side,
but
right?
to your point, Chris, you got millions of
my God.
dollars.
Millions.
What do you have to be mad about when it comes to African Americans?
Why are you so
Who gives
angry?
a rat's ass?
Right.
You got tens of millions of dollars probably. Who cares? Calm down. What a baby.
Just what a dumb stand to take.
I'm glad that it's over.
If nobody cares who you are, just write your comic and nobody you go anywhere. Nobody knows.
I didn't know
who
what
the
Scott
Dilbert
Adams
guy
looked
is.
like. I knew the name, but I didn't know what he
still comics and papers.
I didn't know what he looked
Same.
like until this weekend. Well, now his comic is in a lot less papers because a whole bunch of newspapers have already dropped him.
There's a few of them that have signed him up, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If that was the way he decided that he was going to quit, he was like,
camera.
I want to be canceled. I want this to happen, and chose that.
Yeah.
Wow.
George Costanza, when he wanted to get fired from the Yankees, just took a World Series trophy and drove it around the parking lot, dragging it, right? Scott Adams just decided, let's just say that I don't like black people and that other people shouldn't like black people either.
That'll do it.
And how about being like, oh, I'm canceled? Yes! You said you don't like black people.
And he gave the date that he would be canceled.
Right. There's so many other ways to quit a job.
Yeah, he said,
just leave.
He said, let me just read the quote again. Based on the current ways things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
Clearly never opened up a history book in his life, obviously. That's the lesson to be learned, is that white people need to run away from black people.
But how about in the cancel culture era, right? There's a whole bunch of examples where you could see, all right, there's some gray area there, but that guy just disappeared or that gal just disappeared. And there's some gray area. When you have that line, you can't cry cancel culture.
No. You didn't get canceled. You were racist.
Right, you were racist.
Right. And who had the Dilbert guy being the most racist guy on the bingo card? I mean, my God.
Family
just shut
circus?
up.
Family circus? Sure. Doonesbury? Absolutely.
Yeah, the Far Side? Yeah.
What was not me up to anyway?
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody gets that joke, but it was funny. Trust me.
Garfield?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Garfield definitely says the N-word.
The creator or the cat?
The cat.
The actual cat?
Yeah, the actual cat.
The cat is racist?
No, he's cool. I give him a pass.
Most cats are.
Yeah.
That's true.
A Marvel comic book sequel remains the top movie in the U.S. and Canada. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania finished in the first place again this weekend. Second straight week. I thought it got beaten.
It took a huge dive, though.
I think they said it was
okay.
the biggest first week to second week drop off in
because
Marvel
of Cocaine
history.
Bear or what?
No,
70%.
it's not good. It's not that good.
I think there's just Marvel fatigue setting in. I think people are kind of tired of the movies. Yeah. And I mean, with the TV shows now too, there's a lot more you have to keep up with.
And again, I'm not even watching these movies. I'm just telling you from afar. I think people are getting really bored of the quantum stuff.
I think it's going to be
multiverse garbage.
It's going to be hard to keep up with, and I think Marvel's realizing that, because I've seen some articles over the last week that says they're going to start spreading out their content more because.
And Max and I talked about right after we saw Ant-Man. They haven't had. I know financially, sure, they're making money, and that movie overseas is probably crushing, but. Sure. They haven't made a good movie in a while where you're like, man, did you see so-and-so? It's great. Thor sucked.
Didn't people like Black Panther too, though?
Yeah. But it just, It was hard just because of the circumstances of Black Panther 2.
Oh,
They
yeah,
said
of
they had
course.
to, they had to spend a bunch of the movie just kind of like rewriting the
Hey,
whole.
and it crushed, but according to Rotten Tomatoes, everyone liked Black Panther 2 except for Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert.
Man.
He said he loved The White Lotus on HBO.
Yeah. He's a big Thor guy.
Yeah, he likes a lot of Norse mythology,
Yes.
not a lot of African mythology. R.I.P. to Dilbert. I liked Dilbert in the 90s. The
If Paul
decade, not
Rudd-
the nightclub.
If Paul Rudd can't carry a movie,
right,
then it
It's
must
over.
really, really
Yeah,
suck.
It's over then.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just a Star Wars ripoff.
All right, Power Trip back tomorrow, 5:30 until 9. 9 to noon is next.
Make your plans, man. Treasure Island this week.
TI, Thursday and Friday for sure. Thursday night, Friday morning. First initials major of the year. Friday morning at TI. See you tomorrow.